Hello. Okay, so let's start. So today we're gonna continue our cooking unit. So first character for today is Hong. So Hong means burn, means dry. By heat or cook by heat or bake. Okay, so in English it should be I think the most close should be roast, bake or roast. Okay, bake or roast. And then another meaning is set off by contrast or shine upon. So for example, 烘托, okay, 烘托, that for example, like if you have a red flower and you want to set it off by contrast, and then you want to place the red flower in front of the green background. Okay, so that type of thing called a 烘托. So use this word also. And another thing is to mean bright, to mean shine upon, because when you bake, when you roast, you need fire, and that fire is not not very intense, but has that glow, and so that glow shines upon the thing that you are baking or roasting. That makes the thing very obvious. It has high contrast. So anything like that, we use this character Hong. Okay, not necessarily is actually bake or roast with fire. Okay, it could be just the light or just by color. All right. So this is Hong. Let's take a look at the character itself. So this one has the fire radical, okay, because it's related to fire. And then on the right hand side is the character gong, okay, and the gong means common, or means common, right? And so this means that the way to roast or to bake is to make the things that you are baking or roasting along with the fire together in the same place, right? So 共火, that means you are along with the fire, okay, and together with the fire. That's the meaning, okay, and so that's how the character built. It's Hong. Next one, 备. 备 is bake. 备 is bake. So you bake by giving heat, okay? And usually it's low heat, okay? Bake is kind of not very intense, but it's a constant low heat, okay? It's called bake. In English, it's bake, okay? For example, bake. In Chinese, they bake a lot of stuff, like bake even tea. They bake tea. Okay. Let's take a look at that character. So this one, again, the fire radical, right? And then on the right hand side is the character pronounced as po. Okay, and so that's for sound. Now, po has the meaning of reject. Okay, reject. And so here, which means that reject what? Reject like big fire. Okay, that's what it is. So bake. So bake. This bake is to cook something with low heat. Okay, with constant low heat is called a bake. Bake. So for this is, I mean, the concept is a little bit different from the bake. Okay, so in English, bake is not necessarily low heat. Okay, but in Chinese, this character, it's baked by low heat. Okay, just remember that. This is bake. Next one, lao. Lao is this is by baking. It's a baked food on hot surface. Okay, bake in a pan on a hot surface. So this is bake on a hot surface, and it's open air, but bake on a hot surface. That's called lao. Okay, so it's different from that. You know, the bei. Right? The bei is you have to put the food inside a kind of like an oven, so it's not open air. Okay, now lao is open air, so you have a hot surface and you put the food on top, and usually you need to flip the food often, and to cook it. Okay, so this is lao. And another meaning is brand. Brand means burn a mark. Okay, that's also called lao. Okay, okay, and let's take a look at this character. So this one, again, fire radical on the left, and then on the right hand side is ge. 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 Ge means that the old character. The old character, it actually looks like a foot actually stepping close. So the original meaning is arrive, means arrive. So they use this ge to mean that the fire is getting close to the food or to the object, whatever object. That is not necessarily to cook food, but sometimes you brand a mark. Okay, that means you are getting the food, getting the fire, getting the hot surface or hot tool that getting close to the object. Okay, so that's what this means. Okay, so it's lao. Now, okay, so it looks like that. That's lao. Okay, bake and cook a pancake in a pan. Next one, kang. Okay, kang. Now I'm not sure that this thing is has similar things that in elsewhere in the world. This thing is very interesting, and it's actually very, very effective and efficient. Okay, so what it is in northern China, in their house, it's a cooking and heating system altogether. Okay, so the range, the cook stove, the range, and the heating are together. So in one system. So they build a bed with bricks. Okay, build a bed with the bricks, and this bed is connected to the stove who cooks. Okay, cooks, and so when you cook, so the high heat, high air will go into the space underneath the bed, okay, underneath the bed, and then obviously this will heat it up, right? Heat up the bed, and so when you heat up the bed, and the heat actually also will heat up the room. So this is a system that not only keep the bed warm, also will heat the entire house. Okay, so that's the heating system in northern China. Okay, so this thing is called kan. Okay, the brick bed part of it, it's called kan. Okay, so it looks like illustrated here. Okay, and this is a very, very comfy, very toasty. So at night, they will keep the fire very low. Okay, keep the fire low, and so just enough to heat the bed. Okay, so when you sleep on a bed, it's very warm and toasty. Okay, and you don't wasting so much heat, so much energy to heat the entire house. Okay, it's not necessary. It just keep your bed warm and toasty. Okay, and then when you get up, and then they will fire it up and to cook the breakfast and do all that stuff, and then at the same time they will heat the house up as well. Okay, so this is actually a very energy efficient way of cooking and heating house together in cold winter. All right, so this is called a kan. Let's take a look at this character itself. So this one, obvious fire radical, and then on the right hand side is the character called the kan. Okay, it pronounced kan, obviously it's for sound, but this kan has the meaning of dryness. Okay, and dryness and exciting. Okay, it means excitement and dryness. That's what the kan means. Okay, and so basically you can see that you're getting dryness and excitement with the fire. Okay, so that's how they built this character. So this is kan. Next one. Hui. Hui in English means two meanings. Means braise. So in terms of cooking style, is braise, and also means mix, because when you braise, you basically you put a bunch of stuff together and just simmer it, and so that's basically, it's a mix. So sometimes they use this to mean simply mix. Okay, for example, like 别把我 for example, the sentence over here, 别把我烩在大红人里边. Okay, that means 大红人 means like people, popular people. Okay, in the school or whatever. Okay, but he's not interested in being part of it. So that's, he says 别把我烩在大红人里边. Okay, so don't mix me up with those popular people. Okay, so that's what it means. So 会 let's take a look at this character. Now this one, fire radical again, and then on the right hand side is 会. Now this 会 has the meaning of getting together, right? 会议, 开会, that means meeting. So you gather people together and have a discussion, making decisions, right? So gather together, 会. That's the meaning. So over here is for cooking. So again, 会 means you put a bunch of things together and simmer it and cook it. Okay, so that's how this character is built, and it means braise. 会. Okay, next one. 炒. Okay, 炒 means stir fry. Okay, means stir fry. So basically, you usually should put some oil in it, right? And then you fry the food by stirring it, okay? And this is also a way of preparing Chinese medicine, okay? 就炒那个药so same thing, but they don't use oil, of course. But it's the same kind of process, okay? They has a wok and they put the Chinese medicine in it and has a fire, and then they kind of stir, okay? They stir, but not frying, but stir. Usually it's dry. So this is called 炒. Now, the third meaning is speculate in stocks, in real estate, in any other things, okay? So this is in trading, in business, that kind of thing, okay? Buying and selling. So this is also called a 炒. Why is it called a 炒? That means you are because you are not interested in actually holding the thing that you are buying and selling. The only thing you're interested in is by making money by flipping them. Okay, so because you're constantly buying and selling, so it likes flipping. Okay, like a 炒. Okay, because when you stir, that means you have to flip the food, over and over again, right? So that's why they use this character to mean speculate in stocks, in real estate, things like that. Okay, so let's take a look at the character. This one, fire radical, and then the character 少. Okay, character 少. Now, the reason they use 少, okay, means that this way of cooking usually is fast. Okay, it doesn't take much time. Okay, so you heat up the oil and then you put it in, and then you now if you look at the way that if you observe the chef in Chinese restaurant, and then actually to see how they stir fry, and you will understand that this way of cooking is actually really fast. Okay, they usually that a lot of oil, and then they heat the oil really hot, and then put the food in it, and then they really quickly stir fry it, and then the food is ready. So that's why they use the words 少, which means that this way of cooking does not need a long time. Okay, so this is 炒. All right, so next one. 灼. 灼 means burn, scorch, or cauterize. Now, cauterize is, you can think of it as a medical procedure. Okay, scald. Okay, that's the meaning. Okay, another meaning is illuminate. Okay, illuminate, or as an adjective that means bright, luminous, and also means like penetrate. That means for understanding. Okay, so you have insights like that. Okay. So draw. Okay, let's take a look at the character itself. Now, this one has a fire radical, and then on the right hand side is the character called 勺. The 勺is the ladle to getting wines, getting water. Okay, getting water. And so now 勺 is also a measuring instrument. So which means that you're getting it's limited. Okay, it's measured. So now 灼 is also measured. Okay, you scald, you burn, but it's measured. Okay, it's measured. So not like a for a long time or something. Okay, so this is like that's why they use the 勺 over here. Okay, for to bring the meaning. So this is 浊. Next one.
请练习今天
涮
新学的字。
涮 means ring, means the original meaning means rings, clean, wash. That's what it means. Okay, so 涮 means, that's why here it has the water radical right here. Okay, the water radical right here. So which means that you are you put the thing in the water and wave it. Okay, wave it, shake it in the water to clean. That's that's what it means. Okay, so this is 涮. Now, this word is over here because this is also a way of cooking. Okay, a way of cooking, which means that you boil the water, the sauce, the soup. Okay, broth actually in English should be broth. So you boil the broth, and then you just whatever you want to eat, and you just quickly put the food into the broth and shake it. Okay, and then it will cook very fast. Once you cook what's done, and you just take out and eat them. Okay, this is called 涮涮羊肉涮火锅. So usually this is this type of food is called 火锅. Okay, it's because obviously when you do that, you need a stove, the stove burning all the time on the table, right? So that thing is called 火锅. Okay, so this is 涮. Let's take a look at this character. Now this one has the water radical, and then on the right hand side is the character 刷. Okay, now 刷 has the meaning of 刷 means what? Brush. 刷 means brush. Okay, swipe and brush. Okay, so 涮 and you can think of it, the movement, right? So it is, you are getting the food in the boiling broth and shake it, and it's like it's the same movement as 刷, right? Brush. Okay, same movement. So that's why they use this character combined with the water radical to build this character. Okay, so this is 涮. Let's take a look at the sentence. I think, yeah. So 烘焙烘焙烙炕会炒灼涮. Okay, so pretty much that this is all referring to all kinds of different way of preparing food. Okay, different way of preparing food. That's what this means. Okay, next one. 熏. 熏 means smoke, actually. You're preparing food by smoking the food. Okay. Fumigate. Fumigate. I think fumigate is a medical procedure. Also, is to use hot smoke to disinfect. I think. Fumigate. Smoke, burn. Okay. That's called 熏. Now, another meaning is to exert influence. Okay, exert influence. The reason for that extension is it's like, you 熏 smoke, cooking food by smoke. It takes a longer time, right? And then so once it's done, the food get this taste and the smell of whatever material you're using, right? So if you use apple wood and then to smoke, and then the food will has this, had the apple smell. Okay, so if you use other woods, then you get the apple, the other wood smell, the scent, right? And so this is it's inference. You see the connection. So it's as if like you are being smoked and getting the smell. Okay, so this is that's why they use this one, the 熏陶, 熏陶, it's a common word to mean that influenced by example, by working together with some activity for a long time. Okay, so this is a 熏. Let's take a look at the character itself. So now this one, you can see that the original character is just like that. You see that it's the fire on the bottom, right? And then you have a container, right? You have container in the middle, and then on the top, that means that the smoke getting out. Okay, so that's what it is. That's what the character is. The picture is telling you. Okay, so here's the fire, here's the hot air goes into it, and then here's the smoke coming out. Okay, so and then of course you're gonna put the food right in the middle to cook it, right? So that's the character 熏. Okay, now this is the picture. Okay, that's how they do it. Okay, get lots of smoke, and takes a long time, right? Now, 溜. Okay, 溜. 溜 means slide, slip, glide. Okay, glide. And also sneak off. Okay, it's like sneak off. It's true and very fast and disappear. Okay, and also means steal a glance. It's called 溜. Peel, steal. Okay, steal. Right. And then also means like a quick fry. Quick fry is called 溜. Okay, it's we're talking about cooking, right? So this is one way of cooking. Quick fry. So stir fry is already quick, but this one is particularly quick. Okay, so they call it 溜. Right, and so yeah, that's the, and also that means that 溜间 that has in some dialect. Okay, so they, which means very, like 溜光, 溜间, 溜明, 溜近. So it's basically means 很. Another means that more common is 很尖, 很光. Okay, but in some places they say 溜光, 溜间. Okay, and also it's sometimes is used after adjective to emphasize it, like 灰溜溜. Okay, 酸溜溜. Okay, to emphasize whatever the adjective in the front. Okay, so let's take a look at it. All right, so again, now this one, okay, here the one has the fire radical. It can, yeah, the fire radical, but it was traditionally written like that. Okay, but the simplified standard Chinese that we rarely use this one anymore. We use the one with the water radical. Okay, and so here it says this 溜 with the fire radical is actually a way of cooking, and it's very similar to 炒. Okay, 炒 is called 溜 now. Okay, 溜 now it has another pronunciation called 溜 okay now 溜 溜 溜means eavesdrop, eaves, gutter. So that's the gutter basically. Okay, gutter. We call them 溜 okay, called 溜 水溜 and then also means that just to refer to a place. For example, 这溜 that means here. Okay, 这溜果树很多 that means that there are many fruit trees over here. Okay, 这溜 and also means 溜 means that means liquid flowing downwards called 溜 okay and it's it also means that appear. It's like water coming out that's appear, right? And so 溜 for example 他把腿溜出来了 so that means that he revealed his legs, okay, things like that. Okay, and then 溜 another thing means that 溜 that means something that has together form a shape like a string, like line up, okay, like a string. That's called 溜. For example, 一溜人 that means people are line up. That's called 一溜 for example, animals' hair, they can say 一溜毛 also you can also refer to houses, like some communities the houses are built along a line, sort of like you can say 一溜房子 okay, so this is 溜. Now let's take we already look at that. Next one, 烤 okay, 烤 is bake, roast, toast, okay, 烤 toast, and also means like you are like getting a lot of sunshine under the sun. It's like you're baking under the sun. That's also you can use this character, okay. 烤 烤面包 烤白薯 that means bake the bread, bake some sweet potatoes, okay. And so bake is like that. You need to fire, and this is an enclosed space, so you can retain the heat inside, and then you put the food inside to bake them, okay. So this is called 烤 okay. Now 烤 and bake, the difference, I think when you 烤 it's I think 烤 is like a 烤 and bake. I think a bake is particularly like it means like low heat, slow cooking, okay. Now 烤 not necessarily that's low heat, okay. 烤 it just means that you need to have a long lasting burning fire, and then you put the food next to it or above it, okay, next to it or above it to getting the heat and cook the food, okay. So this is a 烤. Now let's take a look at the character. So fire radical, that's obvious, and on the right hand side is the character 烤 for sound, obviously. And now the 烤, the original meaning has a meaning of old, Okay, and so this is because you know the result of food by 烤 okay, this preparation process, usually the food gets dry and wrinkly, okay, and dark. So looks like getting old, okay, and that's why they use this character to mean this kind of cooking method, okay. So there's a 烤. Next one, 炸 炸 means fry, scald, or forge. Okay, so you heat oil and really hot, and then put the food in. Okay, so 炸. So let's take a look at it. Fire radical, right? And then on the right hand side is the character 炸. Okay, 炸 of course means sound. Okay, representing the sound. All right. Now this character has a second pronunciation and second meaning. So when you say 炸, means burst, means explode. Okay, means split, means blow up, blast, bomb. Okay, that kind of meaning. Okay, so it's 炸 like 瓶子炸了，爆炸. Okay, like bomb. Okay, explode. And also means that if somebody is getting really angry, burst into a rage, that means you can say the person got 炸了, okay? 炸呼, 炸毛, okay? So this is 炸. Now next one, 炖. 炖 is simmer, stew, simmer. Okay, slow cooking. Now this type of slow cooking, you need to put a lot of water and sauce. Okay, put them together and then use low heat and cook for a long time. Okay, and then until the food become very tender. Okay, so this is called 炖. 炖. Take a look at the characters. So fire radical on the left, and then the character 豚. 豚 has a meaning of thick, meaning of thick. So the reason they use that character, which is because this way of cooking will make the food, make the sauce thick, and make the flavor deep. Okay, and so that's why they use this character 豚 together with the fire radical to mean that type of cooking method. Okay, next one. 煮 煮 means it's a very simple cooking method. Basically, you boil the food. Okay, boil the food to cook them. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, this is called 煮. And let's take a look at the characters. So this one, you can see that the has a fire underneath, right? Has a fire underneath, and then on the top, I think there's a wood right there. Okay, and then there's in the middle has the container right there, right? Container, and then steam come out on the top. So that's the very old the Chinese character. You can see. I mean, so this is actually is a picture. It's they literally draw a picture of boiling food. Okay, cook food by boiling them, right? So of course later on they sterilized. It no longer can tell exactly what's going on, but you can still sort of like can tell. Okay, I mean the middle container is still there. So this is 煮. Next one. 卤 卤 means now 卤 is also a stew. It's a type of stew, braised stew. Now but the difference is that 卤 you have to marinate. You have to put a lot of seasonings, spices, and salt, or soy sauces, that kind of thing. Along with the food. So usually it's a meat, type of meat, or eggs, and then you simmer them, okay? And you need to marinate them for a long time and slowly cook them. Once you cooked, and you actually keep them in the sauce for a long time, so that the flavor will soak into the food, okay, thoroughly. So this is type of cooking method called 卤. Okay, a lot of times it's the whole preparing process. It takes a long time to marinate them first, okay, and then slow cook them. So this is called 卤. And it's also they call anything that has a lot of salt, okay? It's the alkaline soil salt, okay? It's called 卤. Okay, so this is and in the element table, it's particularly referred to 5 elements. 火、陆、秀、点、爱. Okay, it's over here. Okay, so this refer to 5 elements that in Chinese they call it 卤. Okay, they call it 卤. All right. So let's take a look at that. Now this one, you can see. Now this one, the original meaning means preparing, getting salt. Okay, so the way they getting salt in the Asian time, I think pretty much still the same way. One way is getting it from seawater. The other way is getting it from in the land. They sometimes getting from wells. Okay. And sometimes them getting it from lakes. Sometimes they have salt lakes. Sometimes they actually getting it from stones, like they're like a salt deposit. Believe it or not, concentrated salt deposit, and they are actually high quality salt. Okay, and so, but anyway, they a lot of times you need to have a process of cook them. Okay, you cook the salt so to evaporate the water and then getting the salt. And so this is actually, it's a picture of that container, and then you see the dots in the middle. So that's the salt crystal coming out when the water gets evaporated. Okay, and so that's why they call it the thick fluid, the thick liquid that makes the salt, 卤. Okay, so that's the very original meaning of this character. Okay, so later on they mean the cooking method that you have to marinate. That's because you have to getting a sauce that is very thick, very flavorful, usually it contains a lot of salt. So that's the connection. Okay. All right. So this is a 卤. Next one.
请练习
腌
今天新学的字。
Okay. 腌 means pickle. Means pickle. Means you prepare food by soak them into salty water. Okay. So 腌. Now 腌 usually you prepare. I mean this method you can 腌 vegetables. You can also 腌 meat. Okay. 腌腊肉 both for meat and vegetables. Okay, so this is now obviously has has the meat radical right there. Okay, so that's what because you use yan rou, right? You prepare meat that way. Now on the right hand side is the character yan. Now yan has a meaning of cover, means cover. So this way of cooking, preparing food, you have to use the salty water have to cover the food entirely, right? Cover the food entirely. And usually not only salt, you put salt, you put like sometimes a lot of time you also put sugar, soy sauce, and also wine together, and then completely cover the food and soak them for a long time. That's how you prepare the food. Okay, so this is yan. Now let's take a look at the sentence. Now 熏六烤炸炖煮卤腌. Okay, so again, this is all talk about different way of preparing food. Okay, that's it for today. So happy learning. Bye bye.